Hey, beautiful souls. How are you doing today? It's a Wednesday. It is March 18th. And this is my Wisdom Wednesdays. The second one I've done. Coming back to you with a lively conversation. I am Paulette Rees-Denis. I am your lifestyle coach. I am your movement motivator and your passion instigator, your magic maker, your domestic mystic. How do you like that one? So, anyway, I'm so happy to be with you today. Got some good things to talk about. We had a great conversation last week. I loved it. Talking about the whispers of clarity. Getting clear on what you're wanting to change, what you're feeling the pull to explore, what your intuitive self is saying to you, what your body is telling you. Um, Sometimes we get that uncomfortable feeling and that dissatisfaction, meaning it's time for a change. As we grow older, right? Things change. Life changes, body changes, relationships change, career changes, desires change, creativity changes. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that just a lovely thing? Um, we did beautiful things. We pulled a card called, whoopsie, I even have it here, called Diving for Light. This was last week's card pull from the Sacred Rebels deck. And, I think that's what that means, is diving into finding the new path, finding the light that lights you up so that you can live lit up, so you can live illuminated. Right? So today I want to talk about more about change. I'm always talking about change. I love talking about change. It's so good. So, have you ever felt trapped? Trapped in boredom, trapped in failure or self-perceived failure, trapped in success, trapped in a relationship. So I have, and I've had lots of successes in my life, in my businesses. I've had several businesses. I still have several businesses. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a creator. I'm a co-creator because I love that. And uh, sometimes it takes inspiration to create change. Sometimes it takes that feeling of trapped, of dissatisfaction, of feeling closed in, to want to bust out. Sometimes it means big changes, and sometimes it's just like, oh, I just need to do a little something different. I want to do a little something different. So if you're feeling stuck, embrace that, because that means there's something new coming. You want to allow that thing, that change to come. So there's a lot of ways to create change. And I do talk about this a lot. I love this conversation. I love these ideas, especially as your coach, to help you step into your next phase, to step into your next chapter, which is what my free consult is called, is stepping into your next chapter. Acknowledging where we are as older women, women who've gone through different stories, different phases, from maiden to mother to crone. Or maybe you're not even in crone yet. Maybe you're in your mother phase, or maybe you're still in your maiden phase and you're feeling that desire for change. Like something's got to give, something has to change. I don't want to live this way anymore. I want more. I want something that brings more fulfillment to me so I can bring more fulfillment to you, maybe as your art, as your creative zone of genius. So in order to create change, you need to change your state. You need to master your state and change it. Change your energy. Change your state. State is your how you are in the world. Your physical energy, your spiritual energy, your emotional energy. Change your state, change your story. And that's so much of what I love to talk about, is how you rewrite your story for the way you want it to unfold. What's next? What do you want? You need the clarity, which we talked about last week. You need the clarity to create your change. Because you want to ask for what you want with clarity, with definition, with detailing. What rings your bell? What lights you up? And what sits with your values now, right? And so sometimes it's a matter of focus. Sometimes it's a matter of shifting your mindset. What you thought about last month might be different today. Your focus, your mindset. It's wanting to create the change. It's wanting to shift how you perceive things, your mindset. Does it make sense? Right? Hey, you guys, if you're coming in live, I'd love to know that you're here. I'd love to say hello. I'd love to know where you're from. I love your comments. Been getting lots of after comments, a lot of private messages to me, and that is fantastic. I love it. Please talk to me. Please message me as we go through these conversations. So, and then again, changing your state is a lot about movement. I talk about movement a lot. I'm a dancer. I'm a musician. I love to move my physical body. And it changes my energy. It changes my state. If I'm feeling depressed, maybe I need to go dance around the house for 5 minutes. Maybe I need to run around the block. Changing your state. Movement. But it's also not only just physical, but it's emotional and it's spiritual. It's redefining what that means to you. Like, how do you want to feel more connected to yourself? How do you want to feel more connected to the divine, to the universe, to God, to your higher self, your spiritual beings? We all have different beliefs about that kind of thing. And then I want you to think about, how do you change some of your status by your intake, your food? Your food. Food is medicine, my friends. Remember that. Food is medicine. You don't want to stuff your face with stuff that has no energy, no protein, no life, no feel-good qualities. Now, if some of you know me, I'm a vegan, and I share a lot of recipes online. What's cooking good looking is one of my things, because I love sharing my cooking. I do cook for people once a week, which I also love, sharing really good food, nutritious food. Helps fix your energy, helps fix your state, right? And then think about, this is a lot of good things. I hope you're taking notes. I talk about all these things a lot. What and who you surround yourself with. What do you filter through your body? What do you filter through your work? What do you filter through your home? What do you surround yourself with? Are you surround yourself with people who are negative, who don't support you, who want to bring you down? Do you surround yourself with people who uplift you, who applaud you, who compliment you, who are also doing great things? Because you are here to do great things, my friend. We need you. I need you. I need you to step into that creative zone. I don't care what that is. It can be huge, it can be small. You are here to live life. and create those changes. So remember, if you're feeling stuck, acknowledge that place. But what do you have to do to create the change? You need to make the decision. And then you need to make the commitment. And there's a lot of steps in between all of these, some of which I've talked about before, making your map, your magic action plan. Uh, oh, so many good things. So many good things that there's not a lot of time to talk about here on these beautiful short conversations. But I'm here to just kick your butt. I'm here to give you support and know that you are not alone. And here's the most important thing: don't do this alone. Don't make the changes alone. You need support system. And that doesn't always mean your partner or your best friend. It might mean a coach, might mean a therapist, it might mean a women's group. It might be sitting down and just journaling by yourself for a while, which I highly recommend. You know me. I'm always asking you to journal. I'm always asking you to answer my questions. A lot of this stuff are a lot of these things I say are prompts for you. Prompts for you to think about, prompts for you to journal about. Ways to create change, ways to gain clarity, ways to gain confidence. Isn't that just juicy and exciting? I've got some really beautiful, juicy things coming up besides your free Step Into Your Next Chapter strategy session, which is a free Zoom or phone call with me, so we can talk about what's next for you. So I can support you and help you gain clarity on what you want to do next. I've got a women's mastermind group coming up, a very sacred women's circle, sisterhood of women coming up. And I love these private groups that I have where we can talk and support each other and throw out questions and ideas and inspirations. Lots of wonderful things. Let's see. What else did I want to talk about? So it's all about taking action. And so that's what I mean when you decide to make the change or make a change. And again, it could be a little thing. It could be meditating for 5 minutes every morning, or journaling for 5 minutes every morning, or making, movement changes every morning. It could be so many things. It just depends on where you're at and what it is you want to change, right? But it's about committing to yourself. Pardon me. Turn that off. It's about creating the changes you wish to see, the changes you wish to be. And that means committing to yourself. And how good does that feel when you commit to yourself? That says, I am worth it. I might be afraid, but I'm going to step into it. I want to try something different. I want to explore my possibilities to be a possibilitarian. Woo, how exciting is that? Lots of things to explore in this life. We are here to live. We are here to live to our fullest, to feel good. And when we feel good, people around us feel good, and we can share, and we can give back, and we can share our gifts, whether it's your art, your paintings, your poetry, your dance, your cooking, your food, whatever that thing is, or those things are. Some of us are multi-passionate, a little crazy like me. But taking that massive action, and that's what I call my magic action plan, which many of you have heard me talk about before. So the other thing is, I think that we, especially as women, forget to reward ourselves. Now, men too. In fact, maybe even men on more than women. We forget to celebrate ourselves. Celebrate our wins, our ideas, our achievements. Celebrate getting up in the morning. Celebrate putting on a beautiful, colorful shirt. all manners of celebration. Open a bottle of champagne. Go out with your girlfriends. Go out with your partner. Celebrate. Just celebrate being alive, that you got up today. Some people didn't. Celebrate that you can do these things. And the thing about that is when you do start to step into that space of celebration, you're rewiring your brain. So just like when you start to rewrite your story, you rewire your brain. Because thoughts become words, become things. I've been saying this for years. Thoughts become words, become things. Some people say thoughts become things. Well, that's true. But if you don't put the words to it, if you don't step into the clarity and the definition, the detail, the clarity, thoughts become words. So it's from the body to the page, to the thing, to manifestation, to abundance. It's taking action, it's rewarding, it's detailing. There's all these beautiful steps. How's that feel? How's that feel? Love it. I love it. I'm just seeing if it's really hard for me to find comments sometimes when I do this. Hello, my friends. Okay, I'm going to pull another card for us today. I'm going to use the same deck and see what will help you today, help you make the decision, help you commit to yourself and step into your next chapter. And again, remember, like I said, you can schedule that free strategy call with me, stepping into your next chapter. Oh, and how freeing that can be. How lifting the weight off your shoulders can that be? Isn't that awesome? All right, I'm going to pull a card. I want you to take a deep breath. Sometimes I have some Palo Santo and some sage where I'm saging up the room for us. I'm making our space feel a little bit more sacred and safe. Yes, we're going to shift the energy. I might be a little bit too woo for some of you. That's okay. I love to mix the woo with the practical. Right? I love to blend spirit with soul, with physical. Your desires, your wants, your gifts, what you have to acknowledge, what you have to be aware of, what you want to step into, what you want to give back. All right, here we go. All right. Ooh, okay. I love it. Oh, this is so beautiful. It's such a beautiful card. It's number 31. It's trust yourself. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, she's got like every bird, animal, creature surrounding herself. What does that mean to you? Does that ring a bell? Does that hit home? Does that jump out at you? Trusting yourself. And that's really important when you're making these changes. And it's a matter of not second guessing, right? It's not a matter of what if. I could do this, or I could do this, or I could do this. And we talked about that sometime this week. What are the things that are stopping you? What are the things that are self-sabotaging you? Overthinking. Second guessing. Just trusting yourself. Just breathe into that. Checking into your intuitive guidance. Trusting your women's superpower. Right. Okay, let me read a little bit about this card for you. 31. Seems like I pull this card a lot. You are wise. You know how to grow, even without knowing how you know. That's what I mean. Ah, there is a natural intelligence for growth that is beyond logic and reason. It just happens. At the deepest levels, we are governed by this force. This brings you the message that you are growing. You really are. Don't doubt it, right? Don't self sabotage. Don't second guess. Even if you don't see it yet, remember that so much is happening when the seed is still unbroken in the ground. Below the earth, it is summoning up all the might, the power, and the force it needs to push above to the topsoil and burst out into the light. Trust that things will happen when the time is right. I so believe that. But you have to open up to receive. All right. Oh, Mary, that card is exactly where I'm at. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that just, oh, I mean, it just feels so freeing. It's so enlightening. And breathe that in. Just breathe that in. Oh my gosh. So juicy, so good. We're going to keep talking about all these things on these Wednesdays. Also, in my new women's group that's coming up. And to get daily inspiration and weekly support. And how can I help you as your lifestyle coach? If you're ready for that call with me, the link is down below to schedule your free consult with me, your strategy session, stepping into your next chapter. And how juicy is that? And it can be, and you need to allow that to be, and you need to commit to it and step into it. Allow yourself to unfold. Allow yourself to step into your glory, your beauty, your passion. All right, yeah. I love the hearts. Thanks, Whitney. Woo, girl. Okay, so good. All right, loves. Thanks for being here today. I really, really just want to thank you. This is so important for me to be able to show up for you and give back some of what I've learned over the years as an entrepreneur, as a creator, as a dancer, as an artist, as a woman, as a wife, as all the things, to be able to share with you and to hold this space for you. I love this so much, and I love you. All right. Many blessings. Thanks for being here. Let me know your comments, your questions, your takeaways. Thank you too, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you next week, if not before. All right. Don't be afraid to reach out to me, and have a great rest of your week.